Okay, so good evening everyone. It's been a long time since I've posted an update on 35 Abbott, and I know some of my long-suffering neighbors are very curious about what's going on inside here. So I thought I would show you. After a lot of research, primarily using this book, and by the way, I'm fairly certain that J. Scott Finn, the architect of this building, had a copy of this book, because if you look at this particular shingle-style house, you will see the Caldwell in design. Here's the porch on the side. Here's the upstairs sleeping porch. The only thing that the Caldwell has that this doesn't have is a bay window on the front here. But the Caldwell does have this cat slide roof right here, that sleeping porch, these beautiful angles, side angles, the square craftsman pillars right here, a difference in materials. The Caldwells in Mount Laurel have brick here and hardy board here. Probably this material was too expensive, real cedar shingle, so the builders here decided to go with hardy board instead. And down here, of course, we have brick. But anyway, a very similar house. And in the same book, which by the way my neighbor Beverly also has, it shows kind of the evolution of Craftsman interiors from their Tudor origins to a much simpler design. Remember this detail right here, because that's what I'm about to show you has transpired here in my living hall. Notice also this unusual fireplace. Okay, so that brings us to the living hall of 35 Abbott. Here is the 1905 mantelpiece that I bought at auction. It will hold a TV there, and you're probably wondering how that's going to work. Well, trust me, there will be a built-in seat here and a built-in seat over here, and the fireplace itself will be lifted up 6 inches. A fire screen will hide that TV when we want to. But anyway, here's the exciting part. I'm going to pull back. You're going to see the new roof rail, which goes around the whole perimeter of the room. The roof rail is multi-piece, as you can see, bridges the distance between the tops of the doors and the ceiling molding. And the roof rail is not quite finished yet. It's still lacking several pieces that need to go on. I'm having some pieces custom milled at Holcomb Windows and Doors. But as you pan around the room, you'll see the roof rail continues above the kitchen cabinets too, above the kitchen window. Really does finish that off. Each piece had to be, well, not each piece, but a lot of pieces had to be custom made. That one, for instance, is the exact width of that window style right here, and the corners had to be taken into account too, so that they did not get too thick. So the corners are all custom milled too. This shoulder board, even with the detail, goes behind the backs of the cabinets too, and the reason it does that is because you can see it from the top of the staircase. I had to take the crown mold off of that cabinet to get it to work. But as I pull back, you'll see that the roof rail really does a lot to help what was just a blank canvas of a room. So there's a few things that I need to explain. First of all, I had a piece of molding made from Holcomb to go on this side of the 1x4. That's because these doors are too detailed for the simple kind of trim that Mount Laurel puts on. There's just too much going on in that door. It had to be balanced with an extra piece of molding there. And it turned out kind of fortuitously that when I put that piece of molding on, it brought my shoulder board to the same height as the window all the way around, which was really, really nice. And you can see how it's going to tie in with that Courtesan oak mantelpiece really nicely. What was just a terrible alcove that made no sense whatsoever now all of a sudden makes sense, because this shoulder board, this detail up here, distracts the eye enough that you're no longer concerned about what's going on in that strange little niche. So we pan around the room here. Here's the staircase. The detail continues in that one section of the staircase and goes up above the French doors here. And well, there it is. Not quite done, but very close to done. You can see the double baseboards there. The next video that I show you will have the built-ins around the fireplace wall. Those are not there yet, and some lighting that is being sold to me by Beverly Hunter from next door. Some beautiful Craftsman style lighting that'll go in. But anyway, there we are. So more updates to follow. This room is about 90% done at this point. Thank you.